Good evening and welcome to the Olympic Legacy Park here in Sheffield for this crunch Betfred Championship round 14 clash between the Sheffield Eagles and the Halifax Panthers. The Panthers looking for their first league back-to-back wins in 2024 after such an encouraging performance last week in the win against Whitehaven in our home game at Wakefield. We're back on the road and are back at a ground where Halifax have had mixed fortunes in recent times, but in even more recent times looking to avenge the 46-0 defeat that the Eagles handed us early on in the season at the Shea. Let's go through the teams first and foremost with the Panthers. Gareth Widdop wears 23 and goes into the fullback spot. Number 3, Zach McComb, and 28, Charlie Graham keep their places on the wing with 26, Ed Barber, and number 1, James Woodburn-Hall in at centres. Halfbacks 6 and 7, Lou Jouffre and captain Joe Keys. Front row 8, Adam Tangata, 9, Adam O'Brien, and 13, Jacob Fairbank. The back row of 11, Ben Kavanagh, 12, Matty G, and 15, Ryan Lannan. And on the bench for the Panthers, a very welcome return to number 25, Corey Johnson on dual red from Leeds Rhinos. 31, Kevin Leroyer, 19, Connor Davies, and 29, Clement Boyer. With 22, Ben Hersey, the 18th man if needed. And then for the Sheffield Eagles, a starting lineup for the traditionalists, near enough a 1 to 13.
Ladies and gentlemen,
fullback 1, Matty Marsh, 2, Ben Jones Bishop, 3, Chris Wellham, 23, Bailey Liu, 5, Matty Dawson Jones, and a half-back partnership of ex-Fax-men from the very recent Corey Aston to distant Anthony Thackeray, wearing 6 and 7. Front row for the Eagles, number 8, Eddie Batty, 9, Villa Halafihi, and 10, Tyler Dickinson. And the back row, 11, Connor Bauer, 12, the pantomime villain himself, Joel Farrell, and 13, another ex-Halifax man in Titus Kwaze. And on the bench, 15, Evan Hodgson, 17, Mitch Clark, another ex-Halifax man on retirement in 22, Kyle Wood, and number 27, Jesse Stenlefeo, with the 18th man for the Eagles, wearing number 18, if needed, Aaron Murphy. Mark Aston's men. Say Friday Night Rugby, 5th of July 2024. And the man in the middle is Mr. Cameron Worsley. As you might have just heard the hooter going to signify the start of the game, with the Eagles to kick off. As they can Halifax make it back-to-back league wins for the first time this year. Can Halifax string together a first half performance after such encouraging second half performances in recent weeks? As Aston gets us underway, hanging in the air, Woodburn-Hall collects hand up to Tangata, who takes on his ex-teammate Titus Kwaze and is put down on the 10 metres. Here's Barber, who takes it up. Here's Lannan. Chasing 3 Eagles defenders, still making yards. Ryan Lannan eventually put down. Here's Jouffre, skipping the line, looking for a gap, but well put down there by Bauer and Gwaze, 10 metres shy of halfway. Here's Fairbank, centre field, throws a dummy. He'll take Fax to halfway, last tackle for the Panthers. O'Brien takes on himself, saw the pressure for Joe Keys, went straight down the throat of Ben Jones-Bishop. Not a good end to that set for Halifax, but it's a decent chase from the kicker himself, O'Brien. Here's Marsh, drops it on to Dawson Jones. Dealt with well enough by Tagatara and G. Finished off downstairs by Fairbank. Halafihi waits, hands it on to Farrell. Farrell heading towards the line. Still making yards despite the attention of G, Fairbank and Barber. Eventually put down just shy of halfway. And there's Dickinson. Well put down though by Lannon and Fairbank. Here comes this blind side. Gwaze, wasn't necessarily expecting that Gwaze, but Banks indents into Halifax's 30. Last tackle here for the Eagles. They bring it to the blind side. Aston. Measured kick towards the corner. Woodburn all rises, takes it comfortably enough. There's Bailey Liu. Puts him down as the Eagles look to trap the Panthers inside this corner. McComb, against his former club himself, struggling to make any yardage. Here's Graham. Looking for another great performance, Charlie Graham. But this Sheffield defence putting pressure on already. Here's Gareth Widdop. Starting from full-back, of course, this game after coming off the bench last week. As Halifax used the blind side, Lannon trying to make yards, but again the Sheffield defence not allowing much movement here. Last tackle already. O'Brien hands it on to Dufresne, and Dufresne trying to make yards downfield. Marsh traps it with his foot, but has time to gather it before the chasers come, and Fairbank does well. As the Eagles start to set 35 metres from their own line. And Dawson Jones takes it in. As Ed Barber hanging on for dear life up top along with G. And Sheffield targeting his right edge early doors. Here's Eddie Batty, always a dangerous runner with the ball, but Lannon and Fairbank do well. Held tight by Tangata. Halafihi, centre field to Dickinson. Out of the batter Thackeray, nice footwork there from the X-Fax man, Kavanagh. Wraps him up, held out by O'Brien and Fairbank. Slowing down the play of the ball. Halafihi comes back into towards the centre. Gwaze takes on Tangata. And Lannon gets put down. 15 metres out for the Halifax line. Last tackle here for the Eagles. It goes right to Thackeray, and Thackeray crossfield kick. Graham waits and collects it really well, does Graham. Under some decent pressure, but yet again the Eagles finish off their sets in dominant possession there, but they concede the first penalty of the game for offside at the play of the ball, and it's a relieving penalty for Fax here. As Joe Keys kicks the ball to touch, and for the first time really this game, Halifax have possession of the ball at the start of the set of 6 in quite decent position. Widdop taps the penalty and just takes it towards centre field, 5 metres shy of halfway. O'Brien, short ball to McComb, and they'll take Fax past halfway. Still trying to make yards despite the attention of 3 Sheffield defenders. He's still going, Zach McComb, still not held. Great yards after contact there from the ex-Sheffield man. O'Brien waits, hands it on to Fairbank, and Fairbank spills it under the pressure of Joe Farrell, and a chance has gone. Liu drops the ball, and his referee going to rule advantage. No, he's going to come back for that. We've seen this season that as soon as the ball's dropped and a pass is made and the advantage line's broken, that's advantage played, but the referee Worsley this time rules that no advantage was played. And Sheffield will have the ball from the scrum. Rare mistake from Jacob Fairbank. But credit to Joel Farrell, got right up in his face. Means that Sheffield have possession of the ball just shy of halfway. Here's Wellham. Pulled to ground by Dufresne and Tangata just shy of halfway. Wellham using all his experience to try and no-man the referee, but Worsley's not for being kidded. As Dickinson takes the Eagles past halfway, quick play the ball, Halafihi. Fine stacker, hands it on to Batty. Still scrappy play the ball, the play goes on. Dickinson from a flat ball from Thackeray makes some good yards. He's looking to get the ball out, but Fairbank keeps hold. Again, the Eagles putting pressure to the Halifax line. Aston steps out one tackle, but Tangata and O'Brien stop him. Last tackle here for Sheffield. Dangerous position once more. Alafihi goes right to Thackeray. Crossfield kick again. Graham waits underneath. Takes it really well again, Charlie Graham. Was it taken out in the air? He wasn't. The referee ruling there was a fair challenge. And Halifax forced into having the first goal line drop out of the evening. Sheffield just dominating territory at the moment. As Adam O'Brien have questioned the referee's decision there, he was looking for a penalty. As Woodburn Hall, decent dropout, finds halfway. Here's Dickinson charging in, great shot there by Fairbank. Held by Tangata. And the Eagles will start centre field. 25 metres out from the Halifax line. Aston shot ball to Liu. Well dealt with by Joe Keys. Alafihi finds Aston. On to Batty. Good tackle there by Fairbank and Tangata, held out by Lannon. As Batty fights for a quick play the ball, they go right. Thackeray, short ball, Bauer. Desperate defence there from Halifax. Alafihi finds Batty, throws a dummy Eddie Batty. But Halifax, wise to it, keeping the defensive shape. Last tackle here for Sheffield. 5 yards from the Halifax line. Alafihi finds Thackeray, short ball. Bauer comes on the angle. Brilliant tackle there from Jacob Fairbank. And that makes amends for the knock on, but the referee's given a penalty for offside against Halifax. And Sheffield turning down the shot at 2. They're fancying 4 and possibly 6, and the amount of pressure that they've had, you don't necessarily blame them. And Halifax conceding the 6 again on the first tackle. Matters not really. Widdop shoots out the line. Space out there for Sheffield if they can use it, but Dufresne and Graham defending well. Wellham finds Thackeray, runs across the line, drops off to Gwaze. Gwaze tries to go in between 2, but Ryan Lannon held on for dear life there. Still tackles here, Alafihi. Thackeray, long ball out. He goes out and Den Jones Bishop knocks the ball on. But I think it was from a forward pass. And Halifax survived that defensive test, and you can see what it means to the players there. Plenty of fiving and hand slapping the men from blue and white. Could that be a bit of a psychological win there for Halifax? All that pressure that Sheffield have had so far in the first 10 minutes of this game, and still no score. Plenty of handbags at the scrum, but finally he gets going as Barber takes the ball up, tries to take on his ex-teammate Corey Aston, but Bailey Liu comes in to put him down. Here's McComb, comes centre field. But again, the Sheffield defence very quick off the blocks in this Olympic Legacy Park. Here's Graham. Again, no real room as a Sheffield defence. Really quick off the line. But Graham does well to counter-ruck it, so to speak. Here's Tangata. Ball put down there again by the Sheffield defence. Halifax really struggling to get out of their own territory here. Here's Lannon. Big shot there by Batty. Held out by Gwaze. Last tackle here for Fax, and barely out their own 20 as Dufresne Just tries to get as much length as possible. Ball bounces kindly for Marsh. But it's a decent chase there from Halifax as Marsh throws a dummy, but McComb and Barber do well. But it's still a great starting position here for Sheffield on this set. Dawson-Jones takes it in, met by 3 fast defenders in the shape of G, Fairbank and Barber. Slow play the ball yet again. Aston feeds Batty. Meets his ex-Wakefield teammate in Tangata. Quick play the ball, Halifax finds Farrell. Farrell tries to go in between O'Brien and G. But they do well. Here's Gwazi, short ball to Dickinson. Dickinson turns the tackle again, but this Halifax stopped the offload. Last tackle here for Sheffield, 10 metres out. They go right again. Thackeray out the back to Marsh. Long ball out to Ben Judd Bishop. Comes back on the inside, and Halifax do well again in defence. Bit of an anticlimactic end to that set. But again, Sheffield won't mind turning the ball over deep in Halifax territory. The way that defence has been so far this game. Here's Woodburn Hall trying to get some broken field. But Joel Farrell does well in defence. Woodburn Hall fine for a quick play of the ball. O'Brien jumps out of defence, surely catching Sheffield defenders offside, which he does. Brilliant play by the hooker. And again, such a relieving penalty for Halifax. Pressure cooker in defence that Sheffield have had this last 12 minutes or so. Relieved by that penalty. As Joe Keys, brilliant touch finder, take Halifax to halfway. Now, can Halifax complete a set of 6 in good ball here? Widdop taps, finds Keys. Halifax going backwards here, but it goes to Lannon, and Lannon will look to try and make yards, but it's a good defence there by Batty and Halafihi, who's calling for a knock-on, but not given by the referee. Here's Keys, short ball to Fairbank. Holds on this time, there's Fairbank, but put down on the Sheffield 40. O'Brien goes left, finds Dufresne. Kavanagh back on the angle. Just loses his footing at the crucial moment there, Kavanagh. But Halifax still in good position, 25 metres out. Quick play the ball, Keys. Drops off Lannon. Worker line, Lannon gets his nose in between 2 defenders. And still going Lannon. This is by far the best position Halifax have had all game. On the 4th tackle. Here's Keys. Short ball to G. Further on to Barber, and Barber nearly powering through the gap. Last tackle here for Fax. Gene at dummy half. Finds Keys. Crossfield kick looking for Graham. Graham taps it back. Widdop collects. But the referee's given a penalty for offside against the Halifax Chasers. It's a shame because for the first time Halifax had a bit of territory. But the penalty is relieved. Any kind of pressure Halifax might have been able to put on this Sheffield side. Still no score after quarter of an hour here as Gwazi takes it up for the Eagles. Put down by Tangatara and O'Brien. Halafi finds Batty. Further on to Aston, throws a dummy because Zach McComb shot out the line, but he bounces off a tackle to Corey Aston. Man of the match performance a couple of years ago for Halifax on this ground. Here's Thackeray on to Marsh, short ball to Wellham. Wellham tried to take on Dufresne on that far side. He's put down. Thackeray, short ball to Batty. Batty keeps all this time. Met by Tangatara and Fairbank, who stop him in his tracks, 20 metres from the line. Go right again. Thackeray with a measured kick on the inside. Dodgy bounce for Bernal. Just about deals with it. As Sheffield again putting the pressure on its Halifax side. Planned move there by Thackeray on this 4G pitch. You're going to get some awkward bounces. And James Woodburn-Hall did just enough to deal with it at the cost of a goal line dropout. Which he'll take. Gets past the 40, Thackeray collects, hands it on to Dickinson. Head of steam, but great contact there by Fairbank once again. Halafi jumps out from Dummiar, finds Aston, takes the line, long ball out to Dawson Jones. Dawson Jones steps back on the inside. Just about put down by the Fax defence. Lou hands on to Aston, further on to Batty. Applies the brakes and just takes his tackle 10 metres out in front of those posts. Options left and right for Sheffield, they go left. Here's Aston, short ball to Farrell, great tackle down low that was. By Joe Keys. Halafihi, long ball out to Thackeray. Brings on Dickinson on the angle. Well dealt with again by Tangata and Lannan, last tackle here for Sheffield. It goes to Aston. Aston goes it through, but he ricochets. Picked up by Matty G, who sensibly just dives on the ball. And Halifax, another brilliant defensive set there by the Panthers. Keys onto Zach McComb. Rise the tackle well of the onrushing Halafihi. Keys finds Widdop. And Widdop just takes his tackle. Centre field. O'Brien hands on to Graham, and Graham again, really good defences by Sheffield, but it's a quick play of the ball. O'Brien utilises the blind side, hands on to Kavanagh, good yards there as Kavanagh will take Halifax past the halfway, gets the offload off as well. Here's Dufresne, broken field ahead of him, but he just hands it on to substitute Clement Boyer on the field to replace Tangata. Last tackle here for Fax. O'Brien goes left to Dufresne. Dufresne puts it high. Chases his own kick as Ben Jones-Bishop hands it on to Marsh. And that's easily the best end to a set Halifax have had all game. And for the first time, really, Sheffield are coming out of their own 20-metre area. Ben Jones-Bishop takes the tackle of Fairbank. Here's Dawson Jones. Still making yards despite the attention of Boyer and Fairbank. And G. Here's Batty. Good tackle down low there by Lannan, but it's a quick play of the ball. Halafihi jumps out from dummy half. Hands on to Thackeray, and Thackeray, another kick back towards centre field. But McComb's there waiting. Good positioning there by Zach McComb. Here's Woodburn-Hall. Hands off his ex-teammate Aston. Lovely little step there. But put down by Joel Farrell. Keys jumps in a dummy half. Hands on to McComb. Getting through plenty of work with ball in hands at McComb. Good yards as well. O'Brien, short ball to Boyer. And Boyer put down by Dickinson and Guaze just past halfway. O'Brien finds Keys at first receiver. Out of the back to Dufresne. Long ball out to Graham, and Graham has a bit of a break there. Pulls on the brakes. Takes his tackle 20 metres from those Sheffield's line. Last tackle here for Fax. It goes to Dufresne, and Dufresne crossfield kick looking for Ed Barber. Ed Barber claims it. Ed Barber spins the tackle. He gets back to McComb, still in the last for Halifax. The Eagles showing desperation in defence, but Halifax slowly growing into this game. Much better into that set, and can they force the mistake from Sheffield? Coming out of yardage. Here's Dickinson. Takes on Boyer and Fairbank. Put down by Lannan as well. Halafihi, short ball to Batty, on to Guaze. Guaze takes three men to put him down, the shape of Fairbank, O'Brien and Boyer. Here's Thackeray, takes it to the line, short ball to Batty. Nearly at half break, but O'Brien wise to it. Quick play the ball, Halafihi finds Thackeray, and Thackeray chooses the kick on the front foot. Is the ball going to go dead? It may well have done, but Charlie Graham not taking any chances as the Eagles forced Halifax's third goal line dropout of the evening. 21 minutes gone, still no score in this game. After the hammering that Sheffield served us up in the shade, that is a big win.
10 seconds now.
As Burnall yet again with the dropout. Goes over the head of Marsh, bounces, lands Halafihi, hands on to Batty, and Batty bounces off Boyer. But put down by O'Brien and Fairbank. Halafihi jumps out from dummy half, makes some good yards. Aston now the back to Marsh. Long ball out to Dawson Jones. McComb making chase. Dawson Jones nearly getting out, and Halifax going to get him out. Brilliant defence there from the Panthers. But the referee going to come back for the penalty. The referee ruling it was a late tackle on the Sheffield man. Must admit, I didn't see that. I was following the ball. But Halifax players aren't happy with that at all. Joe Keys remonstrating with the referee. There were no calls from the crowd, no real claims from the Sheffield players either, and that could tell you everything. But as it is, Sheffield will have 6 more tackles on this Halifax line. Halafihi taps and goes, hands on to Dickinson. On to Aston, further on to Thackeray. Here's Bauer. Bauer, good defence there by Dufresne, holding on before reinforcements came in the shape of O'Brien. Here's Guaze. At the line, pulls his nose through, but again, desperation defence from Halifax. Stops him getting over and down over the line. Halafihi onto Thackeray. Short ball to Bauer. Great tackle there by Widdop. Had to be as well. Wellham it was, sorry. Here's Thackeray. Long ball out to Aston. Back on the angle to Dickinson, but great tackle down low by Fairbank, helped out by Matty G. Still tackles here for Sheffield. Aston at the line. Disguised ball to Liu, but another brilliant shot there by Fairbank. Last tackle here for Sheffield. Halafihi scheming at dummy half. Gets the ball out to Aston. Kicks crossfield. Great take by Wellham. Hands on to Ben Jones-Bishop. And the try, which has been threatened pretty much all his first half, finally comes in the shape of Ben Jones-Bishop. You still say it's a bit of a win for Halifax. Sheffield have thrown everything but the kitchen sink at this Panthers defence, had only taken until the 25-minute mark to score.
For the Eagles, wear number 2, Ben Jones-Bishop. Ben sponsored by the
Halifax will no doubt point to the award and that penalty for a late shot. After defending the try lines so well for the first 25 minutes, the try eventually does come. As Ryan Lannon makes his way off the field, Short is replaced by Connor Davies. And it's Corey Aston with the tricky first conversion attempt of the evening. Strikes it high enough and accurately enough. Brilliant kick from the sidelines from Aston. And Sheffield do turn the 4 into 6. After 26 minutes here, it's Sheffield Eagles 0, Halifax Panthers 0.
The Eagles conversion by number 6, Corey Aston.
Jufre with a kick-off.
Sponsored by the Courtyard Cafe.
Moving all over the place, it's collected by Thackeray. I thought for a second Ben Jones-Bishop were going to pick that up and be caught offside, but it's a brilliant response there from the Panthers. Brilliant kick-off by Jufre. Managed to put a bit of spiral on it, and it curved and moved all over the place. And can we strike back straight away? And definitely for the first time in this game, Halifax have really good ball. Starting the set inside Sheffield's 10-metre area with the scrum, centre field. Jufre and Woodburn Hall breaking late from the scrum, going right. Then Woodburn Hall, this looks like a bit of an American football move. Jufre out the back to Woodburn Hall, further on to McComb, who drops the ball. And it started already. Joel Farrell playing the pantomime victim once again. And after all the pressure Halifax have had, maybe that wasn't the time to put on a bit of a scrum move. As McComb and Farrell, ex-Sheffield teammates, keep an eye on that one as the evening progresses. We'll keep an eye on Joel Farrell with anyone. As the ball comes loose, and rather inevitably the referee gives a penalty. Can tell a lot by how the ball comes out of a tackle, and the ball's just dribbling out like that. Doesn't necessarily indicate a ball steal, but the referee's made his decision as Batty charges past halfway. Put down by Boyer and Davies. Alafihi onto Thackeray, finds Bauer. Bauer tries to bump Widdop off, but he holds on. Puts him down 30 metres out from the line. Thackeray onto Dickinson. Great shot there. Brilliant tackle there by Adam O'Brien. Well, that lift his side a little bit. Aston back on the inside to Gwazi, and O'Brien again leading from the front. Halafihi, loose pass, and Thackeray hands it on to Wellham. Wellham with broken field ahead of him, but great tackle there. Great tackle here by G. Last tackle here for Sheffield. Aston pulls it towards the corner. Dawson Jones takes it, but he knocks on. As Joel Farrell looking rather optimistic for a try. And Halifax survive. Just coming up to the half-hour mark here at the Olympic Legacy Park. Still only 6-0 to Sheffield after all the pressure that they've had in this first half. Great footwork there by McComb. Pulled down by Farrell eventually. Here's Boyer. Great run by Boyer. Still going, Clement Boyer. Brilliant run there by the French forward. Keys finds Barbara at the back. Matty G wanted that, but I think it was a decent pass because, again, this Sheffield defence very quick out the line. Here's Connor Davies out to Jufre. Third on to Woodburn Hall. Bodies in motion here for Fax. Well put down. Widdop on halfway by Ben Jones-Bishop. Jufre brings on to Leroyer. Onto the field and into the action. Great yards after contact there for Leroy on for Fairbank. Last tackle here for Fax. Keys puts it high. No real pressure on Marsh, but Widdop with a perfectly timed tackle. And Sheffield being asked to attack from deep. Can Halifax keep squeaky clean in defence here? As G puts down Aston. Here's Dawson Jones. There's 3 fast men putting down on the 20. Here's Farrell. Great shot down low by Keys. He rides the tackle and G puts him down.
Eagles interchange off number 10, Tyler Dickinson, replaced by number 17, Mitch Clark.
And what a surprise, Joel Farrell in the middle of in the middle of more stuff. He's got the what me ref look down to a T as Joel Farrell. As Mitch Clark takes it on. Another scrappy play of the ball. Referee lets it go. Last tackle here for the Eagles. Thackeray onto Marsh. Eagles keeping the ball in hand until Wellham grubbers it through. And Woodburn Hall just about collects. Dufresne finds Graham. Makes some good yards after contact there, but good counter up there from the Sheffield defence. Here's Widdop. Just sees a wall of red in front of him. Keys onto McComb. Halifax players calling for a penalty there, but none given by the referee. Referee letting a lot go on at this play of the ball for both sides. Nothing but consistent as Leroya takes on Guaze. Last tackle here for Fax. Keys. Great kick dissecting. Full-back and winger, but the bounce is kind for Sheffield. As Marsh hands it on to Dawson Jones, and Jones well met there by G and Davies. Marsh hands it on to Clark. Takes on Leroy. The Frenchman puts him down with some help from Adam O'Brien and Boyer. Here's Wellham. Dufresne and Kavanagh working hard in defence there. Helped out again by Boyer. Slow play the ball. Clark gets up head of steam, but he's pushed back there by Boyer. Alafi jumps out on the blind side. Forward pass, knock on, take your pick. Offside maybe. And it is offside, but not for the reason that everyone's thinking. Referees, for somehow, and that passage of play, referees found a Sheffield penalty. Well, excuse me for being a bit salty, but I don't know how he's found that. By my reckoning, Sheffield winning the penalty count 5-2 at the moment. As Aston, with a rather conservative touch finder, only making 10 metres or so. Here's Guaze from the tap penalty. Hands on to Thackeray. Aston has nowhere to go. Thanks to great umbrella defence there by Barber. It's put down there by O'Brien. Here's Clark. Takes on Boyer. Brilliant tackle there, but he managed to get the offload out as Bauer looks to take advantage. Lovely ball to Wellham. Further on to Ben Jones-Bishop. Again, throwing the ball out. Sheffield, brilliant play. Brilliant hands. Every time they're throwing the ball back, it's just going to a Sheffield hand. And the referee probably giving another penalty here. And he is. And somehow he's found an Halifax penalty throw of that. And it's on. The biff's on. And guess who's right in the middle of it? You guessed it. Joel Farrell. Blow me down with a feather. Knock me down with a feather. Joel Farrell in the middle of some biff. As Ed Barber and Corey Aston get acquainted after a while. Well, don't ask me what went on there. As Louis Dufresne's scrum cap suddenly finds itself 20 yards away from where it should be. Don't ask me how that happened, because I was still surprised by the referee somehow finding an Halifax penalty out of all that. I just saw a bit of biff, well, a bit of handbags, and Joel Farrell in the middle of it, so hardly shocking events. But after all said and done, Halifax, well, they've got the penalty originally, but both touch judges on.
Attention please, the owner of the 4x4 parts in the Leeds Road car park, registration YP66UFG, registration YP66UFG, parts in the Leeds Road car park, please return to your vehicle as you've left your windows down.
Get on with it, Red!
The referee getting chapter and verse from this touch judge here. Oh, and then the other touch judge coming on. He feels left out. What's he going to give now? Oh, someone's going for 10. And guess what? Shocking news, ladies and gentlemen. It's Joel Farrell that's getting sin binned. What a surprise. Another shocking news, this grass is green. Now, and Farrell's still wanting some words. Some things never change in this world. And it's an Halifax player going for 10, and for the second week in succession, it's Ben Kavanagh being sent for an early half time. About 3 minutes left here in this first half. The two second rowers, I said, I don't think the referee knew. He just picked out two number 11s to be sin binned. Apart from Farrell's 12. That's why I'm not a referee. Don't know numbers. This referee having a good chat with these players. Let's see how long this decorum lasts. And Halifax do keep the penalty they were awarded. Slowly but surely evening up the penalty count, Mr. Worsley. As Keys gets the ball now. About a minute left to go by the watch in the stadium. Can Halifax nick a try here? Oh, I'm reliably informed that it's not a minute to go. That the watch of the stadium don't stop. But the action don't stop here as Keys finds with Bernal, lovely ball to Barber, and Barber manages to keep hold. Juggling acts, we're at the circus here. He's still going. Dufresne in dummy half has ditched a scrum cap. Had it ripped off his head, so he's just keeping it off now. As Leroy fighting for a quick play of the ball. And wins a 6 again for Halifax as well. O'Brien uses G close to the ruck, and G bumps off Aston. Still going Matty G. 6 tackles on the Sheffield line. O'Brien throws a dummy. Can he get over the line? He has! But he's knocked on. Halifax getting the way over the line, but Adam O'Brien knocking on at the crucial moment. And he stayed down after that tackle as Adam O'Brien. But Halifax, I said it before and I'll say it again, growing into this game. As Mitch Clark struggled to get put down, but eventually is. By Davies and Boyer. Great run short there by Evan Hodgson. But put down by G and Davies. Here's Batty onto Aston. Liu comes back on the inside. Taken by Keys and Barber. 5 metres over halfway. Halafihi, short ball to Gwazi. Gwazi just takes it direct. Put down by Boyer. Halafihi finds Batty. Onto Thackeray. Grumazik through. Looking for the chasers on that far side. But Graham does well to mop up. But Sheffield look to push him out. Dead, whatever. Somehow manages to keep in the field of play. Amazing work there by Graham. Here's Woodburn Hall. Again, Sheffield trying to push him back over the dead ball line, which they have. And like it has been throughout this first half, this Sheffield defence. Again, Halifax coming out of yardage has been brilliant. Forcing the 4th goal line dropout of the evening.
10 seconds now.
There's Woodburn Hall. Another great dropout collected by Thackeray. Hands on to Clark. Big head of steam there, but well defended there by Connor Davies. Smallest man on the field, picked him out, but the Welshman put him down with relative ease. As Batty gets put down 20 metres from the fax line. Leroy and G, the tacklers. Here's Thackeray, out of the back to Marsh. Steps back on the inside. Desperate defence there by O'Brien and Leroy. Still tackles in the bag here on Halifax's line for the Eagles. Gwazi off Thackeray. Well put down there by Leroy and Boyer. Here's Thackeray on to Aston, steps out the challenge, Grumazik through, looking for Dawson Jones, and Dawson Jones, they're back on the inside, and that's an amazing try. What a try that is. Somehow Matty Dawson Jones managed to bat the ball back on the inside, and I think it was Bailey Liu that managed to somehow collect the ball and plant it down for an outrageous try. With around about 2 minutes to go till half time, Sheffield do get the second try that the Territory probably deserves. But after all the pressure they've had in this first half, is 10-0 that bad a scoreline? I don't think so.
On your ears, lads.
Especially as you might have heard the half-time hooter going. So this will be the last action of the first half. Corey Aston attempting to turn that 4 into 6. He's taking his time over it, making sure that ball is perfectly placed. Absolutely perfect conditions here, not a drop of wind here at the Olympic Legacy Park. Suddenly it's turned into a graveyard or a library.
Get over it, man.
As Aston finally in this library takes the ball there. And it matters not, maybe they should have made no more noise. He might have kicked it if they made no noise. But after a first half utterly dominated by the Sheffield Eagles in terms of territory and pressure, it's only 10 points that they scored. It wouldn't be a Sheffield game without Joel Farrell making a nuisance of himself and Ben Kavanagh sent to the sin bin around about 5 minutes before half time. But encouraging signs for Halifax. Adam O'Brien getting over the line, all to a rule to have knocked on. But half time here at the Olympic Legacy Park. An half time score of Sheffield Eagles 10, Halifax Panthers 0. Welcome back to the Olympic Legacy Park here in Sheffield for the second half of his Betfred Championship round 14 game between Sheffield Eagles and the Halifax Panthers, with the game delicately poised half time, with the Eagles having all the possession, all the territory, forcing 4 goal line dropouts on Halifax, but only scoring 10 points to 0 through Ben Jones-Bishop and an outrageous spill you tried just before half time. Both sides will start the second half with 12 men, with Ben Cavender and the shocking development of Joel Farrell being sent for 10 minutes after a bit of handbags between the two players just before half time. But like we've seen in the last few weeks, Halifax certainly know how to pile the points on in the second half. So this game is far from over. And Halifax out early for the second half. Or Sheffield making them wait, not too sure. But Halifax certainly look ready for the 40 minutes to come, with Adam O'Brien getting some repairs on the field by the physio and the doctor.
Welcome back for the second half match action, the Sheffield Eagles.
Yes, indeed, Adam O'Brien, who came closest to scoring in one of the rare ventures towards Sheffield's line. Referee Cameron Worsley ruled that he knocked on over the line. But otherwise, had an outstanding first half. Next score, crucial in this game. If Halifax get it, then massive pendulum swing. But even if Sheffield get it, we've seen in recent weeks Halifax pile the points on in the second half. So 5 tries in 15 minutes last week, so anything possible in this crazy old game of rugby league. And Louis Jouffre deciding against a scrum cap once again. Maybe it was broken when it was ripped off his head in a little schmozzle that we saw just before half time. As Jouffre gets us back underway. Centre field, collected by Matty Marsh, who decides against the pass. And is met by a typically robust challenge by Adam O'Brien. Held up by Boyer, who's had a brilliant stint since coming on. Here's Clark. Gets a bit of steam, but it takes 4 Panthers defenders to stop his progress. Here's Batty. He's not been off yet. Always a great performer for whichever side it turns out for Eddie Batty. Here's Thackeray, short ball to Bauer. Met by who else but Adam O'Brien. Held out by Jouffre and Boyer again. As Sheffield find their way inside Halifax's 40. Here's Guaze. Met by O'Brien and Davies. Finished off downstairs by Leroy. Last tackle here for Sheffield. Comes this near side with Thackeray. Measured kick high towards that corner. Well taken by Graham, who stays in the field of play. And the referee letting both sides be scrappy at the play of the ball as Widdop takes it on. Here's McComb. Runs towards centre field. And gets put down by the Eagles defence. Here's Keys. Throws a dummy. Little half break from Keys, but put down by Liu on that side. Here's G, takes up himself from dummy half.
Eagles interchange off number 7.
Gets the offload at the last minute as well. Well taken by Boyer. And Boyer will steal 10, 15 more metres further downfield. There's Jouffre on the last, on the 40, but he goes centre field. Dribbling, Marsh don't want any part of that, leaves it for Ben Jones-Bishop. Looking for a way around the wall of blue and white that's chased up, but it's decent defence there by Zach McComb. And again, experienced campaigners in Sheffield using all the guile and wile to try and kid a penalty from this referee, but as we've seen already, he's not giving any penalties for around this play of the ball. Here's Batty, out of the back to Thackeray, further on to Aston. Here's Wellham, tries to take on Widdop and Graham, but steps back on the inside. Widdop eventually puts him down. Bauer finds Thackeray, drops off to Batty, and Batty takes on Boyer and Davies. Held out by Graham off on his wing. Here's Thackeray, grubbers it towards centre field. Keys waiting for it. Brilliant position there by Keys. Halifax survive. Here's Dufresne, throw the dummy from his own rushing Sheffield defence. Here's Graham again. Halafihi. Oh, brilliant play by Charlie Graham. Still going Graham. He plays the ball. Johnson on from the bench. McComb, footwork at the line. This is better yards making upfield from Fax. Johnson finds Leroy. He'll take Halifax past halfway with interest as well. Held on the 40. Last tackle here for Fax. Slow play the ball. Johnson finds Keys. Further on to Dufresne. Knocks it on from the pressure from Clark.
It's a change after the 9, Adam O'Brien replaced by number 25, Corey Johnson.
And the chance to trap Sheffield in territory is gone, and that's been the story of this game so far. Sheffield really trapping Halifax in their own territory, and Sheffield not really being tested. How about there, starting the sets, always at least 25 metres or so from their own line. As Batty will take Sheffield past their own 40. As both sides back to the full complement of 13 as Kavanagh makes a tackle. Halafihi jumps out from dummy half and off to the on-rushing Quasi. Put down by Johnson and Boyer. Halafihi goes left. It's Hodgson. Takes it further on, put down there by Boyer, involved once more. Here's Farrell back onto the field. Stopped in his tracks by Johnson. Last tackle here for Sheffield. He goes to Aston. Aston goes back towards a corner. Woodburn Hall collects and goes down. Learned his lesson. Got down early, and again Sheffield just looking to trap Halifax in the corners. As McComb tries to get Halifax out of danger. Here's G. As Halifax find it slightly easier to make some yards. Great yards there from Matty G. Johnson waits at dummy half. Finds Keys. Takes it to the line. Throws the dummy. Takes on his ex-teammate Quasi, who puts him down. Johnson shimmies, goes centre field for Leroy. And Leroy still going. Backing up towards halfway, refusing to go down. Quick play the ball. Johnson jumps down from dummy half. Gets the kick away. Grubbers towards Marsh, who hands it on to Ben Jones-Bishop. And it's a good defensive line again from Halifax. Led by the substitute Adam Tangata onto the field to replace Boyer. Good defence yet again there from Halifax.
Halifax is a inch off number 29.
G and Barber working on that far side. Lou trying taking the Eagles towards halfway despite the attentions of Tangata and G. Halafihi finds Batty, throws a dummy. Great tackle down low there by Davies. Finished up top by Johnson. It's a quick play of the ball. Halafihi finds Thackeray, dinks it over the top, looking for the chase of Ben Jones-Bishop. Ben Jones-Bishop, is he going to get there? Woodburn Hall had to be there. Knocking the ball out in a touch, and Sheffield's kicking game just suffocating Halifax there. He doesn't look to be running that fast, but Ben Jones-Bishop is rapid. And I don't think Charlie Graham realised he was behind him so closely. And Woodburn Hall using all his tactical experience. And Sheffield have 6 more tackles in the Halifax line as Farrell put down by Tangata. Halafihi goes left to Batty. Good shot there by Matty G. The referee rules it's a high shot. And will Sheffield go for goal here? It's what, 12-0 up, or will they carry on this pressure? I think they're going to carry on this pressure. Here's Hodgson. Put down by Connor Davies. 6 again conceded, but it matters not. It's on the first tackle. Gwaze throws a dummy. Looking to twist his way over the line as he Gwaze. The referee stopped the clock. I think there's an injury there. I think an Halifax player's trapped under Titus Gwaze there. Can't quite make out who it is that's down on the try line there. I think it might be Louis Jouffre. No, Jouffre's on this near side here. Looks like it's James Woodburn Hall. Be a big loss if Woodburn Hall gets forced from the field. Both doctor and physio on are judging that Woodburn Hall fit to continue. As Gwaze, oh well, the referee's put it on report. Well, I'm not too sure why he's put it on report, but there we go. As Gwaze not ruled to be held up. It's played the ball right on the line. Here's Aston, long ball out to Dawson Jones. Halifax players calling for obstruction, but the referee and touch judge rule in favour of the attack. And I think it's Ben Jones-Bishop that's got over, Matty Dawson-Jones. That's gone over for the all-important first try of the second half. After 10 minutes in the second half.
Scorer number 5, Matty Dawson-Jones.
This game's still not over. Halifax just need to get some territory in this game. This Sheffield defence and kicking game just suffocating the life at this Halifax attack, really. And yet again, it's another conversion attempt from wide out for Corey Aston. Up his steps, it's gone high enough, and it's accurate enough as well. We saw him score fair few conversions in blue and white, Corey Aston. He's done a hell of a lot more for Sheffield in his time. And that's another one to stretch the lead out to 16 points to nil. As Facts kick off, can they force a mistake here? Here's Gwaze, centre field from a lofted pass and makes some really good yards on field. Does Gwaze. As Fairbank comes to the field for Kevin Leroy. Here's Farrell. Tackle completed by Davies and Tangata. It goes to Aston, kicking early in the tackle count, looking for a 40-20. Graham back. Now will Graham let the ball go? No. He takes it himself, but this Sheffield defence has been relentless all evening.
Change of number 31, Kevin Leroy, replaced by number 13, Jacob Fairbank.
Here's Widdop. He's stopped in his tracks by Gwaze. And Alafihi. Here's McComb. Still some yards off field, Zach McComb. Fighting for a quick play of the ball. Here's Johnson. On to Connor Davies. And Davies stopped in his tracks by Eddie Batty. And Gwaze. Johnson finds Keys. Either back to Dufresne. Further on to Barber and Barber. Stopped by the Eagles, who have a really good knack of holding the player up and trying to force him out of touch. Last tackle here for Fax. Keys puts a spiral bomb up in the air. It's travelling everywhere. No one wants it. Graham collects. Managed to get the ball back to Widdop. Widdop forced out in a touch. Halifax at least competing with it, but Sheffield managing to bounce the ball better. If Halifax can still get those kicks away, slightly worrying signs for the Sheffield back three, who did not want any part of that ball. As Farrell from the play of the ball, stopped by Johnston and Tangata. Can Fax force a mistake here? Here's Gwaze, throws a dummy. Put down by Johnson, Davies and Fairbank. Halafi jumps out from dummy half, hands it on to Hodgson. Hodgson. There is the mistake that Halifax wanted to force, and here we go. Can Fax turn the momentum here? You can hear Zach McComb from here saying, let's go, come on. One try back here. And things can get very interesting. Scrum down, centre field halfway. And how a modern day rugby league scrum is so complicated, I have no idea. Finally, we get back underway. Woodburn Hall attacking out wide. Makes a little half break, still going Woodburn Hall. Put down. Halifax set off 30 metres out from the Sheffield line. Here's G. More good yards after contact. What have Halifax got the sleeves now? As G struggling to get back up to his feet after that one. Here's Fairbank, short ball to Tangata. Tangata powering through the line, but put down by the Sheffield defence in the shape of Wellham. 6 again for Fax. Johnson on to Keys. Keys stepping and dancing. Halifax have 6 more tackles to play with in Sheffield's 10. Here's Connor Davies looking for his first try of the season. Stopped just short of the line by Gwaze. Patience required here for Halifax. Johnson finds Dufresne onto Woodburn Hall. Long ball out to Graham, and Graham, it was never on. Poor play by Halifax there. Really poor option. Charlie Graham couldn't do anything more than that. And I think Woodburn Hall realises that. And a bit of a reoccurring theme that Halifax, when they get into good ball, poor execution, lets us down. But will it make us even fired up in defence? As Jesse Senalifeo onto the field, but well put down straight away by Fairbank. Here's Hodgson. Keeps all the ball this time. This is better in defence from Halifax. Led by Corey Johnson. Here's Thackeray. On to Gwaze. Goose stepping into Halifax defence. Who put him on his back. Great defence there by Davies and Johnson. Here's Batty. Stopped by Davies and Johnson once more. Great defensive set so far for Halifax. Sheffield goes to the blind side. Gets the ball out, loose ball out. Collected by Senalifeo, who goes towards centre field. But put down by Gia McComb. And it's a bit of fisticuffs again there. Now you don't see Zach McComb react like that. And I seem to remember Jesse Senalifeo at the Shea was spoiling all game. Maybe it's spilled over from that. But you do not see Zach McComb react like that. And he's still going out there. He's not happy whatsoever. The physios literally physically have to drag him back, Zach McComb. He's completely lost his head here, Zach McComb. He's just got to be calmed down here. We all know that he wears that on his sleeve and he's so enthusiastic, but someone's just got to put an arm around him and saying, calm down, mate. And Zach McComb's off. He's seen red in all ways. Here is Zach McComb. And against his former club, Zach McComb sees the red card. And I think it's just dawned on me now what's happened. And Halifax will have the last 25 minutes of this game down to 12 men. And he's still not happy, Zach McComb. He's still having words. I think Jesse Senalifeo has just trapped him in there, the oldest trick in the book. Well, Zach McComb heads off for an early showers.
Chin up, Zach!
Zach McComb temporarily taking over the pantomime villain from Joel Farrell. Zach McComb, don't think Joel Farrell will be very happy about that. As a referee, is not going to punish Jesse Senalifeo now. Now keep an eye on the next time Jesse Senalifeo gets the ball here. This Halifax side are like a band of brothers, and one of the brothers has been sent off. Could there be retribution here for Fax? Sheffield will get the penalty after all that. Which Aston boots into touch. Here's Batty. Takes three Panthers defenders to put him down. Short ball from Thackeray to Bauer. As Sheffield with a one-man advantage for the rest of this game, and a 6 again for good measure as well. Thackeray runs across the line. They're attacking that left Halifax's right hand side again. Liu powering through. Has he reached over and scored? No, he's just short. But is it delaying the inevitable here? Here's Aston. Finds Batty. Thought about the pass, but just takes it himself. He bounces off one, but Fairbank puts him down less than 20 metres out from the Fax line. Here's Thackeray. Out the back to Marsh. Marsh steps back on the inside, but well dealt with by Widder. Gets the ball out to Ben Jones-Bishop. Ben Jones-Bishop, has he powered over the line? He has. And it's a soft try to concede. And is that the try? Even at this early stage of the second half. That wins the game for Sheffield here. Ben Jones-Bishop's second try of the game puts Sheffield 20-0 up. And with a man advantage, it's a long way back for Fax now.
Sponsored by extra time and Alison Levy.
But as we've seen a few times this season, Halifax being a man down galvanises them. Is there a second half fight back in them this week? But if there is, Halifax just got to keep hold of the ball and get some territory. As Aston lines up from this near touchline. Hits the post and goes wide. An unusual off night with the boot for Corey Aston. And Halifax still have a slight chance here. As Dufresne setting up for a short kick-off here, which is not going to get there. It's going to go back even further. As Halifax as a Sheffield fan sing going down, they've got short memories. Anyway, play goes on. Here's Senilafeo taking on Tangata and Johnson. Here's Guaze. Short ball to Batty, and Batty charges through. Some really soft Halifax defence. And Sheffield just turning the screw here. 24-0 up. And game over. Just after the hour mark here.
Score number 8, Eddie Batty. Sponsored by Brook Corporate and the Sheffield Hawks.
As Aston this time from bang in front of the post, makes no mistake. He makes it 3 from 5 from the evening.
The Eagles conversion by number 6, Corey Aston, sponsored by the Courtyard Cafe and George and Brenda Betts.
As Jouffre again looking for a short kick off here, hoping for a better one than last time. It certainly goes past the 10 this time with Ben Jones-Bishop. An absolute master of those, even better than Ed Barber.
Halifax seems to change off number 19, Conor Davis, replaced by 15, Ryan Lanham.
Now Halifax just playing for pride now. What have we got in this last quarter of an hour or so? As Eagles kicking early in the tackle count, and yet again the bounce of the ball bouncing kindly for Eagles as Liu carries on. As Liu, it's an old Sheffield trick for going down, taking a knee to waste time, but for quarter of an hour to go, it seems a bit ridiculous. And I thought if it weren't an head injury, the player carries on, but the referee allowing it to happen. Here's Aston, short ball to Dickinson. Good contact by Tangata and Lannan fresh onto the field. Last tackle here for Sheffield. Goes to Aston. Finds Thackeray. Ball's in motion here for Sheffield. There's Thackeray. Grubbers through, collected by Graham, who does well to get out of some sort of danger there. One carries it on. But again, the Sheffield defence shooting up very quickly, showing their sprinting prowess on Olympic Legacy Park in their defence. And he goes from bad to worse as the referee ruling that Jacob Fairbank, with Sheffield players all over him, incorrect play of the ball. And Sheffield dominating the penalty count now. 8-4 I make it now. Get some Sheffield fans around me calling for every single penalty under the sun for Halifax. Anyway, play goes on. Dickinson. Tackle by Tangata. Sheffield fancy more points here. Thackeray out of the back to Aston. Further on to Marsh. As Marsh trying to get the ball out the back, but gets put down by Widdop. Wellham hands it on to Thackeray. Hodgson, great shot there by Fairbank. Kyle Wood onto the field. Aston blows out to Matty Dawson-Jones and the ball is lost. A rare error in possession from Sheffield. Here's Tangata. Good yards from the Cook Island, but put down by his ex-teammates Wood and Gwaze. Here's Keys. Short ball to Jouffre, steps back on the inside, but met by Hodgson. And Boweru dragging back towards his own line. And again, the referee not letting any penalties at this play of the ball. Here's Woodburn Hall, next to the half break. Widdop taking off the ball, but no penalty there. Here's Johnson, uses the blind side. Kavanagh takes Halifax into the Sheffield half. Just about stays in play as well. Johnson finds Keys. Runs across the line. No real options for him, but it's a short ball to Lannan, and Lannan will just take his tackle. Sorry, Barber it was. Last tackle over Fax. Keys puts it up high. It was an Halifax man taking off the ball. The ball's lost anyway, and Halifax will get the ball through Charlie Graham. And Graham forced towards goal there. And if the referee even dares play advantage from there. Go on, the first knock on. And Halifax didn't have a penalty then, I'm not too sure. But we still have the ball from this scrum. Keys from the scrum, hands on to Dufresne. Finds Barber. And this Sheffield defence again, pushing Halifax back at every opportunity. As G hands on to Woodburn-Hall. Woodburn-Hall throws a dummy. Well put down there by Gwaze. And 6 again from the Sheffield Eagles, most obvious one you'll see. But it should be a penalty. And again, lying on the field is getting laughable. Is this the amount of stuff this referee's letting both sides get away with? Out of the play of the ball. Johnson goes right. Dufresne, short ball line. And Matty G knocks it on. And that just sums up the game for Halifax. Dufresne to G has worked so well these last few weeks. But tonight, can't hold on to it. And the Halifax error account is shooting up. And this referee, Mr. Worsley, is making this rugby league scrum the most complicated thing in the world here. How hard is it just to form a scrum? Well, that wasn't even formed, and it was play carries on anyway. Here's Hodgson. Take on by Lannon. Wood in a dummy half as G shoots out, looking to make amends from dropping the ball there. What's the referee ruled here? He's ruled the first knock on. And a penalty for mouthing off. Well, as I said before, it's going from bad to worse here for Halifax. Now make it 9-4 now, the penalty count in Sheffield's favour. There's Aston with a fantastic touch finder there. Now he's looking to rub salt into this open Panthers wound here. And Justice Lafayette not wanting the ball this time. So it goes to Dickinson. Here's Wood, jumps out from dummy half, brings Nast on the angle. Thackeray. Wellham steps inside, brushes off Dufresne. Great tackle there by Winner, forcing the knock on. As the error count for both sides mounting up at the back end of this game. Oh, and they've conceded a penalty. A knock-on for Sheffield has turned into a penalty for Sheffield. Now this is slowly getting me on a joke here. Sheffield's 10th penalty of the game. For Halifax, showing dissent. As Jesse Lafayette takes Halifax defence. Eager to have a bit of payback for McCone there. Loose pass onto Matty Marsh. Broken field for Marsh, steps inside. Shirley's run behind Wellham there. The referee not ruling the crossing. Here's Thackeray on to Hodgson. Good shot there by Tangata, but it's a quick play of the ball. Here's Thackeray, short ball to Senna Lefeo. Here's Dickinson, short ball from dummy half. Desperate defence with the referee. What's he ruled here? Surely he can't give him another penalty to Sheffield here. Nope, he hasn't. He's got an Halifax play the ball. Well, it's been a couple of minutes since Sheffield got a penalty. Here's G. As Halifax yet again struggling to get their own territory here. Here's Lannon. Fighting for a quick play of the ball and gets it. Johnson shoots that from dummy half. Finds Keys, but there's no one there for Keys. He just has to take the tackle himself. Johnson again jumps on dummy half. Here's with Bernal. Long ball out, but the loose pass, knock on. And there's Biff on that far side. Again. I think the referee lost control of this game a long time ago. And after all, Halifax get the penalty. Well, I don't know how he's got a penalty there, but...
This evening's official attendance here at Olympic Legacy Park is 1,023. Thank you all for your fantastic support tonight.
Well, Halifax just tap and go for a penalty rather than kicking for touch, as Lannon takes Fax past the 40. As Wood holds on. Here's Jouffre. Long ball out of the back. Well collected by Graham, but Ben Jones-Bishop pulls him down. Widdop onto Jouffre. Finds Lannon. Turns in the tackle, but the Sheffield defence, as it has been all game, closing the door. Johnson finds Keys. Onto rushing Fairbank. Good yards. By the loose forward come prop as Halifax stacking his left hand side. Johnson finds Keys. Short ball to Lannon. Bumps off one. Maybe it should have gone out the back there. Last tackle here for Fax. Johnson uses the blind side. Finds Jouffre. Grubs it through. Ball bouncing everywhere. And Halifax. Referee ruling Halifax has knocked that on. As Wellham brings it out for Sheffield, put down by Tangata and Kavanagh. A short ball there. I looked a little bit forward and just Senna Lefeo to make the break. Put down by Johnson. It's Aston again as Hodgson takes it on. Stopped by Jouffre and Tangata. Here's Thackeray again, kicking early in the tackle count. It's not going to be a 40-20. The ball bounces kindly for Graham, who comes back on the inside. And again, the Sheffield defence, a brilliant knacker, just holding the player up and pushing them backwards. As Widdop runs sideways, looking for some sort of way through. And Halifax win a penalty coming out of territory. I think it's the first one all game in that scenario. Graham hands on to Kavanagh. Taps and goes on to Johnson, who hands it on to Tangata. Put down by Bauer and Wood. Here's Fairbank, takes Fax past halfway. Can we get over for a score to spare? There's nil blushes. Here's Tangata. Pushed back by the Eagles defence. Johnson onto Keys. Throw the dummy Keys. Back on the inside, but the Sheffield defence been relentless all game. Johnson just having dummy half. Finds Fairbank. Throws the dummy. Gets another offload. Jufre. Long ball out to Kavanagh on this side. Back on the inside to Lannan. Lannan trying to find a way through, but the Sheffield defence, umbrella-like, just never-ending. Keys shits through, poor kick. Ben Jones-Bishop diffuses the bomb. As he looks from mid outside, here's Senna Lefeo. Kick on the inside. Claimed by Woodburn Hall, it bounces over Woodburn Hall, hands on to Thackeray. Thackeray gets the ball there. Would be one of the best tries you'll ever seen if that had gone off. But the ball comes loose. And rather predictably, the referee gives a penalty to Sheffield. They're 11th of the game by my reckoning.
Tonight's Eagles player of the match chosen by our main club partners, Ivango. He's sponsored by Brook Corporate and Sheffield Hawks. He wears number 8. He is Eddie Batty.
And Sheffield take the mick a little bit on the sound of the final hooter. Aston will take the kick at goal.
Once again for your fantastic support here tonight at Olympic.
To end a rather miserable evening in South Yorkshire for Halifax. As Sheffield have done the double over Halifax. $26-0 with a kick to come. And if this goes over, it's an accurate score of 74-0, which it is. An aggregate score in 2024 games of 74-0. And after such an encouraging few weeks for the Panthers, it's back down to earth with a bump.
Here against the Swinton Lions.
Final score here at the Olympic Legacy Park. Sheffield Eagles 28, Halifax 0.